We good? We good? Okay, I'm assuming we're good. All right, let me make sure that everything I need is open first. So I'm doing the typical streaming thing of like going through your own content because that's what you got to do as a good creator, right? You got to go through your own stuff. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm just looking through my last VOD to see if there's any like clip-worthy moments. It was mostly like a chill session of Palia. I don't think there's anything noticeable except for like maybe, hey yo, I was PNG this time. Drippy outfit. If I remember, the silver node shows up in this map. We gotta go out of our way to find it though, or somebody has to report it. At least my microphone quality was actually on point in this stream. That's for sure. I'm not gonna have like my whole entire body like floating around, because it's kind of really gonna block myself in this perspective, so I'm just doing that. And also, what's up, Kiva? Stuff is still opening up on my end, but we're just doing like a chill, Moody Monday low-key session. This session is not going to be out on TikTok because I kind of really don't have the energy and physical mental capacity to try to entertain anyone on TikTok at this time, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm just looking through my last, literally looking through my one expiring stream at the moment to see if there's any. No, wait, I'll type it in chat. So I kind of went through like an hour 40 minutes already of this stream. Actually, hold on a second. I need to speed things up. It's best you got to speed things up. I was really short on breath in this stream. Holy crap. Also, if anyone hears any rain in the background, it's really raining heavily this week for me. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah, so this week has gonna have a lot of downpour, so some of the rain may like leak through my microphone, and I do apologize about that. I also haven't set up like a lot of channel points for rewards and stuff yet. Like literally after I finished debuting this model, I was catching up on a lot of sleep, and I also hung out in VC for a bit while working on stuff in the background. And thank you, Kiba. To be honest, my breakfast was pretty salty. When I woke up, my meal that I had was incredibly salty. So I needed that. Yeah, that's like one thing that's really awesome for Palia is how buffed money making has been. I have a gut feeling they might nerf it though. Nobody quote me on that, but I just have a gut feeling.
Hi, how are you?
Much better. I sound like dehydrated. Kiba, I sound dehydrated like 50% of the time, to be honest. Anyways, I got a couple new greetings. I don't have like a general greeting, but I have like a couple of greetings I could say when somebody new comes in. As for anybody who's like a regular for me, I still have to figure that out. What coordinate is this? Yes, for anybody who's wondering, I did have to make sure I look things up correctly. What is a Zatsudan? And it literally is just chatting. If there's a clip here where I found multiple pieces of silver, that might be clip-worthy. This one is just one piece of silver, so I think we were... Wait, that's enough to make the silver bar. Ooh. Bro, I'm going back home right away. I definitely remember that. I have one in my storage. I was searching for an exact amount. Hey, yo, is that guy going over to the silver? There's me being happy, being a good Samaritan. Maybe I should play like a tiny bit of Palia. Now I know on my game plan I did write I want to do some Palia main questing, but because this is a shorter stream, I'm not gonna do that. Anytime I want to do a main quest in Palia, I end up running out of time out of all the grind that I do, to be honest. But we could work on making a little bit of money, and then next time I do play Palia, we'll do some main quest advancing. I still have no idea who I want to be my Shep, so we'll do the other ones. Main quest, of course. don't think there's anything significant here. It's just literally me grinding for like 7 hours, but you never know. Maybe there's something noteworthy. And sure, like, this video is up on YouTube now, but, can always be better safe than sorry. Like, yes, we can make short videos from streams on YouTube, but Twitch has had the, established clip system for ages now, so. Especially it's pretty handy when there are streams with muted background tracks, so. And also for anybody who wishes to be a successful streamer, this is standard practice. You literally have to go watch yourself. Look at your own content, the content that you've done, watch yourself, and learn from it. And extract stuff from it. It's just content creation 101. I'm just doing what a typical streamer should do. And to be honest, every streamer should literally do this. Like, don't just like brush off on your old content, on your old streams and videos and call it a day. Probably like find at least like one period of time within maybe at least a couple of times every week or like a few times every month to like go back over your old stuff and see what you can like make out of it or like learn how to improve upon it. Nice. I'll take that. Regular. And plus every major like partnered creator will literally say the same thing. Just got some gingy. Gingy bread. I wonder who eats gingy bread around here. Once in a while, I would have it during Christmas. Man, I was really short on breath in this stream. Holy crap. If I can get my hands on any, I would have some during Christmas. I think part of it is that I usually start streaming after I wake up with not enough water in my system. Maybe I need like a sleeping mask or something. I feel like I just... like all the oxygen just gets sucked out of me when I'm sleeping recently. I was really invested in hunting for silver on this stream. Silver? Nah. What over here? No. Something I also discovered when nobody else was in chat was that technically toilets do exist. In order to get like the let me rephrase myself. In order to get the toilets in this game, you have to pray to RNG that it's available in the black market. Not only that, but you need to have the money to purchase the toilets as well. I'm also pretty sure they're indoor furniture, so... We'll think about that. But right now, I've been to the black market multiple times on and off stream. I have not really seen a toilet as far as the visits, the times I went. Ugh, but also happy June, everybody. Happy Pride Month. And happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Which is very interesting because I remember last month was Mental Health Awareness Month. I didn't know that. I only know this month to just be Pride Month for people, but the fact that it's also like Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I gotta reach out to a few VTubers to see if we could like do a talk together about experiences or whatnot. We're still arranging for me to see like a psych professional so I could be properly evaluated and whatnot. I'm just very concerned that if I were to be prescribed on something as to what kind of medicine it's going to be. Because what's the common one that's often prescribed? You know what? Let me look this up right now. There's supposed to be one that people like jab at. But I don't think that this one from NIH is like, yes, these are the common ones prescribed, but like I don't think that. Oh, I found it. Prozac or fluoxetine. So yeah, Prozac is often is the very, I think, the household name when it comes to being prescribed an antidepressant. I think I've seen at least like one internet comment where it's often used as like an insult to someone or something like that. The context was that um I think this was in a TV show, or like I think it was in a TV show or a video skit. But basically, person A was annoyed at person B, and so um because person B probably has or is thought to have depression, and what ends up happening is that person A, who was pretty pissed at person B, was saying on the lines of like, you should be taking your Prozac so you wouldn't turn out to be a complete dick to me or something like that, right? And in that moment, I was like, really? We gotta go like weaponize prescriptions now? Like, bro, mental health is like a serious matter, and the only ones who can make a joke of that matter are the ones in the group themselves, not anybody from the outside, dude, or not anyone who have zero sympathy. It's so, to this day, I just like think of that one moment. I don't remember if it's like a TV show or a skit. I just think of that one moment. It's like, how can you use like a mental health prescription as a weaponized insult to someone? That is, wow. And it's not even coming from someone within like the mentally ill themselves, just someone from the outside. Okay, I guess we found the silver for now. Since this is mental health awareness month, I'm really going to be going on some occasional mental health tangents. So I do want to let everyone know, and please be wary in mind, and please have a considerate mindset of the occasional times we will be talking occasionally about mental health. I didn't talk about enough about mental health like last month because my mind was basically elsewhere. Relative topic talking about the mind. But now that June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, I will occasionally be talking about more than just antidepressants, Prozac included. More than that. And of course, I welcome my space to be an okay to unwind from mental stuff space, because as someone who like self-diagnosed himself, who has yet to receive an official diagnosis, like it's rough. It's rough out there. And yeah, I know I'm a Pisces, and pardon my French, we Pisces can bitch about a lot of things. But of course, there's so many different things that us Pisces can bitch about that we can't all speak for each other. All I just know is that a lot of us just like end up seemingly to outsiders bitch about a lot of things, because of how expressive we all are. And oftentimes, because of how expressive we are, it can come across as a weaponized outburst, as a weaponized reaction, as our means of defense. Of course, like there are really, really, really well controlled, yeah, well controlled, Zen mode, absolute gigachads who of Pisces who probably are able, or like one of the most composed individuals of society out there. They are individuals who have their crap figured out and got themselves in order. But the rest of the Pisces, it'll all depend, because it can be because the fact that we're Pisces, we are who we are, but part of that can also be a big part in regards to mental health as well. So I'm pretty sure like over 50% of Pisces are like mentally afflicted somehow. Wait, let me just hide my window capture for something real quick. Just want to see if like Discord bugs it. Sometimes if I open a different window, the window capture will get bugged out in OBS. And it majorly screws things up. All right, I think we should be good. Once again, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I'll be talking about a bunch of mental health stuff on random occasions and tangents. What is that song called? I keep on thinking of that lyric, but I don't remember the actual song name. I can't remember it either, but I know what that's... I literally know like what that song is. Like, all I remember is that it's got the lyrics of "got my money in the something," da 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 da, and I just can't remember. I'm gonna have to like get that music guy on YouTube to help me out. All right, we're back over here. Okay, this time I remember I was like busy hunting the wolf, and this dude is helping me. Key for this game? Play. And that is a mushroom with eyes. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, there's one I can keep. Nice. We gotta highlight this. Hold on. When did it start? This is the money-making scheme in Palia now. Okay, so let me explain. So on this part of the new map, if you bring out the honey lure, right, you get to summon like a gajillion of these money-making frogs. Now, I don't know if that's intentional or unintentional, or if it's the main exploit, but this is basically the new main way to make money. Hold on, where does this start? I need to get like a highlight of this. Okay, so Rose said frogs F9, right? Whoa, Nelly. Okay, so it starts at like 2:15 something. Perfect. Okay, I could still make the highlight. So it starts at 2. Let's call this 2:15. Bum. It does look like they're reproducing, and it's the new get rich quick scheme, Kiba, on the new map. They sell for like tons and tons of gold. See, this is why I said this recent patch is the most buffed. It is the most buffed Palia patch to make money in. And I am pretty sure they're going to nerf that once this patch is over, right? So you can find gold node, you can find silver node, and now you also have these frogs and everything else in the new map that can net you so much gold. It's gonna come in handy for me, to be honest. Anyways, let me find the exact moment I started speaking about the frogs. Once again, y'all, this is like streamer stuff 101. Like, literally look back on your old stuff and make stuff out of it. Boing. Okay, so Rose said frogs F. Alright, so I start speaking at 35. Okay, so Rose said frogs F9. Perfect. Let me see how long the frog catching goes on for. Pretty sure it's a decent highlight. I don't think it's just a clip, though. Let me just make it a... So we found... I think collect a few more things and then we'll make our way home. We're freaking 26. We call like... Yo, that's a lot of money! These boys sell for a lot of money! All right, let me go back on myself. Let me go back on myself real quick, okay? So I can like pause the game, the screen. We call like, yo, that's a lot. All right, yes. So let me make the quality better. Okay. A lot of money. All right, so that's correct. Every frog will sell at 440 gold. You can capture for the regular ones. It's 440. So once it's max stacked, you get 11,440 gold on that stack. These boys sell for a lot of money. Holy crap! And that's the base frog. Let's get this bread. God damn. Okay. I think I'm gonna make my way home. All right, let me see if I pause myself on the starred ones. God damn. Okay. God damn. God damn. God damn. Goodness sakes, that was a bunch that we captured. Like freaking 26. And we call like... Alright, so... The starred ones are 660, right? Let's take out our calculator. If the max stack is, no wait, 30 is the max stack. Okay, so technically 440 times, I cannot math. 400, calculator. 440 gold times 30 frogs is 13,200. Now, if you get the quality ones at 660, I cannot math once again. You get almost 20k gold per stack.
Let's get this red.
I'm telling y'all, like, this Palia patch is literally the most buffed for money making.
Hi, how are you?
Like, if you literally make it, if the honey lure is so worth it to just go to this map to farm these frogs, on top of all,
a lot of money.
on top of all the gold and silver you can make,
Holy crap. Let's get this red.
it's crazy.
God damn.
I think I've spent like other moments on this stream to catch these frogs, but I want to at least get the first moment that we can. Yeah, I think I'll just make a highlight of this specific moment. It's only like 4 minutes, anyways.
God damn. Okay. I think I'm gonna make my way home first. Actually, no. I think collect a few more things and then we'll make our way home.
I'm gonna cut it off at like probably, yeah. So it's like a 4-minute thing. I'm gonna call this Money Frogs Unleashed on. Yeah, so that's not too bad. That's a 4-minute highlight we can keep. All right, moving on. Perfect. All videos. Where does it say? Highlights. It's like a 4-minute thing. Maybe it's just going to show up later. Yeah, it's probably going to show up later. Okay, so after I finished capturing frogs, I went back home. I think I went AFK. I kept one starred one on display.
To the game server. Oh my goodness.
I kept crashing, I guess.
Live. So I get it.
I currently turned the game into Direct 11 at the moment because I have a feeling that, yes, my computer can run the game at Direct 12, but I feel like if I'm running TikTok Studio alongside OBS at the same time, it's really putting a giant strain on my computer. Now, here's the thing. My computer is able to perform the best it's been, but, man, I feel like it's really limiting the quality of the game I want to stream. And I don't want to compromise on quality.
Get it. I totally get it. Totally. Now, what shall I totally cook? Actually, that's a good question. I guess issues should be addressed to this game's official.
I was telling something about the official Discord? Yeah, I agree. Well, that was pretty funky. That wolf was caught up in the tree. Never seen that before. I don't think it's like significantly... I don't think it's significantly surprising.
Ooh, I got a bearded Moody main.
Here's something very interesting as well. I didn't complete the main quest to get like the glob, the dirty paint in this map. But apparently, if you're helped by someone who has the main quest completed, you can get those pieces of the dirty paint. Now that is very interesting. I don't know what I can make with it if I didn't do the main quest, but stockpiling some isn't a bad idea either. Oh yeah, the digging piles. They're randomized in the new map.
I just realized that showed up on my mini map. And now we got.
But yes, it does show up on the mini map. You don't see it. I think it's intentional design. You don't see it on the main map when you open up your map. That's for sure.
We gotta turn it in. Oh, there's a chest. Don't mind if I do.
Oh yeah, I believe there's a chest that I found in like the main town that I haven't opened up yet. I'll show you guys.
Oh, my bag is full. Let me get rid of this ancient wood. And I'm also gonna get rid of the war-torn sword. So
I think I can show you guys as soon as I'm done looking through this
I
stream.
didn't even know you.
Oh my goodness sakes, that was my old raid alert. So, Super Mario 64 has a special place in my heart. For anyone who's never known, that sound effect is at a specific part in Super Mario 64. If you know, you know. That plays in the game. Ugh. And so I decided to take that sound effect and then add it to the alert. And funny enough, during this time, the alert was working properly. So there was no audio hiccup, there was no audio lag. It's just that Streamlabs alerts are being weird recently. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. As I said, it was like about a 4-minute highlight, so it's not too bad. It only took out like a chunk of my video storage anyway, so it's fine.
Hey, how are you?
Yo, Wilbo, thank you so much for the raid on Twitch, fam. 100 hours. Hey, yo, let's freaking go. I'll bet, dude. Okay. Be joining in. Normally I would have a 3D model, but all right, here's my referral link. I'm also gonna put it in the TikTok chat for anybody who is.
Now that I think about it, I gotta make a new channel trailer. I gotta make a new channel trailer that's gonna feature like a montage of my, like reintroducing myself as well as whatchamacallit, reintroducing myself as this
Hi, how are ya?
VTuber, but also at the same time, I don't mind playing the montage of my best old clips, to be honest. Those are really great moments before I became this model, which is great. Also, what's up, Mailbox? Welcome on in. Oh, wait, I forgot. Mailbox, have you seen my evolution video yet? It's one of the best pieces of videos I put together for my debut. No, wait, you came after that, so you came just in time for the PowerPoint. I remember. Yeah, I gotta make it a channel point reward though. It's definitely worth for people to redeem channel points for, because I spent a considerable amount of time trying to make sure everything consistently looks like it flows together. So let's go ahead and show Mailbox real quick what I'm talking about.
Here's Melty.
That sponsor message was just like a cherry on top, but I gotta like change it. Because technically speaking, the message was, this premiere is brought to you by the following sponsors. So now we need to change it so that the message says, this live stream or this program is brought to you by the following sponsors. So here's something I recently learned about the sponsorship message, right? So, in a lot of different anime and there's TV shows in Japan that still leave that message. So, there are cases where there's one notable sponsor who paid the most amount of money to the program. So, oftentimes they will say, "Kono bangumi wa," and then they will list out a very important sponsor who paid the most amount of money. So let's say this program is brought to you especially by Sony Entertainment and other sponsors. So the message would be, "Kono bangumi wa Sony Entertainment to goran no sponsor no teikyo de okuri shimasu." This is very special cases, and that you have to like, and most oftentimes, if you're doing like a parody of the sponsorship message, it's not really necessary for you to do that unless you're actually really sponsored. So like, let's say you're a typical YouTuber and you wanted to say like, "Kono bangumi wa HelloFresh to goran no sponsor no teikyo de okuri shimasu." I'm just saying an example. Like, let's say HelloFresh gave you like a lot of money for a sponsorship. So then you would credit HelloFresh before all the other sponsors. Another example would be like, we'll do a funny game one. この番組はレイドシャドウレジェンズとご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。I mean, they tend to do like a lot of sponsors, so technically speaking, not wrong. Thank you, Mailbox. Thank you. But yeah, that's what I recently learned. Whenever they do a sponsorship message that says a specific sponsor name in the beginning above everybody else, that means that specific sponsor gave the most amount of money.
Hold on a second, let me copy and paste this correctly.
So what I'm doing right now during my Zatsudan at the moment is just literally looking through what my past, my soon-to-expire Paleo live stream for 2 weeks ago, and seeing if there's anything we can like scratch from it. And scratch from it? What we can like salvage from it if there's any like moments. So far, I made like a 4-minute moment of me catching a bunch of money-making folks. Because currently in Palia, I believe it is the best patch for making a lot of money. There's gold nodes, there's silver nodes, there's a frog harvesting spot where people can grab a lot of money. Anyways, there's ads going on right now, so if anyone has ads, we'll be back in 3 minutes.
Yeah, for anybody over on TikTok who's interested in signing up in this game, it's also die. Nobody should really flower for a quit. Huh? When the frick did I get Ancient Amber?
Yeah, I was literally not paying attention to when I got Ancient Amber. You know what? I'm probably gonna like look over this footage on YouTube. I'm gonna look over this footage on YouTube because it's gonna go away on Twitch, right? Unless somebody wants to go through like the earlier minutes of the stream, I don't think I'll bother to pinpoint when I got this item. I don't think I'll fully remember. It's like a small detail.
Yeah, I have the most represented highlights. Same here, same here. I totally agree, same here. Okay. Oh, right, I got an Elderwood Lotus. Okay, okay. Infected Essence, I need to craft with that.
And by the way, if anybody has access to sound effects and like and I don't and like I still have this message on top, sound effect ping me when advertisements are over. And this doesn't just go for my mods. This goes for anybody who has access to my sound effects. Like literally sound effect ping me if like ads are over, if I ever say that an ad is going on. But they're usually like a few minutes, and hopefully soon I'll be able to get my next Twitch payout. I should be able to get my next Twitch payout soon. It's been like months. It's already been like half a year or so. No, it's about to be half a year, and I'm now getting a Twitch payout. But I did say I want to do like a not sponsorship, like a partnership, founding of a company. I'm considering selling some consumer goods. We're gonna first have like a test tasting group, I guess, around Asia. So ship things over to hopefully South Korea, Japan, Philippines, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia. And hopefully, I'm thinking of like producing like a snack brand. Yeah. And if this gets off the ground like really well, we might be able to like sell it over to the States and the UK. Because for the longest time, I do want to produce some consumer goods. So, funny enough, in the States, there is a guy who sells mushroom jerky. Yeah. There is a guy in the States based out of Cali who sells mushroom jerky. Ships all over the States. I have yet to try one of his jerkies. Each bag is like $8 each. I'm kind of getting like a similar idea, but I kind of want to sell similar snacks on like a global market. Ugh. God, I am getting old. I'm freaking getting old. My freaking shoulders feeling stiff. God damn it. Oh, I'm such an old man. I swear. I'll take another sip for you, Kiba. But man, am I feeling the oldness in me.
I can sell this. I need this request. I need this request. I need to put this down. Throw something else in the 4x. Holy crap! Look at all this money. God damn.
Yeah, that is 36K.
I'm gonna get 40K out of this stash? That is crazy. Let's get a spread. That is nuts.
Bro, put the cotton in. Put the cotton in the box, bro.
Damn.
Bro, put the cotton in the box. Or whatever else. Cotton.
I have a loss of words. I'm a natural loss of words.
Bro,
Put
the cotton in the box. Put the cotton. Why am I talking to myself like this? Bro, put the cotton in the box. God damn it.
Why are these spice sprouts not stacking? Uh-oh, looks like we got a spice sprout bug. That's not
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they fixed this.
good.
I think he was trying to get an even amount or something.
Something we can make. There's gotta be something we can make with platinum. Something. I have no idea what. But there's just gotta be something. I don't know.
Bro, the freaking cotton. What? Why was I? Oh, is it because that's my only stash of cotton?
Holy crap. That is so much money. 35K is insane.
Ooh, oh, the choppy performance. Ew, ew.
Like, some extra mass from my house, I believe. So that's great. Oh shoot, we're at the 3-hour mark already. Just a few more hours for anybody who wants.
Technically, on my end, we're at the 38-minute mark as I'm scrubbing through my old... and then scrubbing through my VOD. This is what happens when you, right? This is what happens when you, like, go through your old footage. You gotta put this at, like, 2 times speed, right? You gotta put this at 2 times speed. And you gotta make sure you're used to hearing yourself at 2 times speed. Because you don't have all day to, like, listen to your entire stream again. Can you make clips out of uploaded videos? Let me show you how it works, Kiba. Now that we're done talking about Prozac and anything else. Okay, so let's say I want to make a clip out of a video, right? So, for example, let's say I go into... Let me see, there should be an option somewhere. Okay, let's say. Let's take Rumu-san's stream, for example. So, Rumu-san, gomenasai. Okay, so if someone did a stream, right? There's an option either during the stream or after the stream called clip. And then you would take that, and you would click that button, and then you can make the clip then and there. Is there a... Can you make clips out of uploaded videos on Twitch TV? I'm sure you can. Because technically speaking, I think if we go to, let's take a look at, let's see. I'm pretty sure my channel trailer is, like, supposed to be available. I thought I, like, unpublished it. Maybe I took it down. Maybe I probably took it down and forgot about it, to be honest. Which is interesting. I think I still have it. Let me see. I'm gonna check my stuff real quick. I do have my channel trailer. Okay, I still do. At least the project file for it. So... Okay, perfect. I still have my... I could still basically remake... Not remake, but like... redo the intro of my channel trailer to include this new model. But we can still play the montage of my favorite moments. We might also have to include moments from like last year in 2023 to make it more relevant. But yeah. Let's see. Okay, so oh, there it is. My channel trailer that's unpublished. So let's take this video for example, right? If we go to like the VOD page and yeah, so the clip option is available. So like, let's say I go to this random moment and I want to clip it. It works. It works perfectly fine, dude. Also, I realize this is like the last minute 8 locales event. Technically speaking, I have that already up on my, I technically already have that up on my, what is it? Archive channel? I have an archive channel called like Miltendo dot, like what, MP4 or something? Let me check. Miltendo MP4. Yeah, so this is the channel that I upload pretty much like a lot of video game footage that I literally could not bother to edit anymore. There was periods of times that I would be wanting to edit all this footage, but unfortunately, due to our lack of time and effort and whatnot, we're not able to. So the next best thing for me to do is just literally upload to just one dedicated channel. Hey, there it is. Last minute 8 locales over mountains and seas. So technically, I could delete that off of Twitch because they're counting highlight and uploads. So once we cut that out, we'll have about like 89 hours and something minutes left to spare. Which honestly, 11 hours of highlight making and video uploading, that honestly should be workable. I'm pretty sure this is literally the same thing anyway. Yeah, this is literally the same thing. Quality is at 720p, 60 frames per second because I was literally in lockdown at the time, so I could not export in like higher quality. This thing only got like 3 views on Twitch anyway, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Bye-bye. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's workable. 88 hours and 44 minutes. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, going back on this. Oh, we're back on this.
You mean like what, beans and something else?
I got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, green, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, you name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, ram, hogs, dogs. I'm pretty sure she meant like hot dogs. Well, hogs though, hogs. Hogs are wild pigs. They're like gamier than they're like pretty much gamey pigs.
Let me look this up real quick on Talia.
I need like the, oh. Wait. Yo, maybe I could do like a riff on that. Maybe I could do like my own parody of like greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs. I gotta think of like other foods to like work with those bars. Or if we could get like the, yeah. If we could get like a custom instrumental of that remix, I could be able to like spit bars on it. Tomato, beans, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, green, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, you name it!
Yeah, I get that. Oh,
Okay, finally I put the cotton in there.
thanks. It's money, more money for me.
Alright, I'm pretty sure I crashed and burned. Because I kept on crashing and burning every time I play this game on stream with TikTok. Let's see. Was it another bug catching? I mean bug catching. Frog catching fest?
Someone put in a lot of froggies. That's funny.
Yeah, I think like
Going this way?
I was low-key tempted to like make a highlight of every single moment we went to batch hunt the frogs on this stream, but then I thought, you know, it probably makes more sense to just get the first moment, because the first moment where I discovered this method is probably like the most emotionally impactful. So that's probably like the move. Yo, we're in purple now. Okay, so if our bar is purple, that means we're good. Nice. Nice. Upload. For some reason, I wasn't able to find that one video. Because, once again, this video UI is so outdated. Like, literally, the only thing they updated for this UI is the upload speed and adding this hour tracker. But the functionality of the menu is still jank.
Like go north or something?
Like, I'll be honest. Like, what is up with their priorities with this company? While I do feel happy that anybody else who's new are able to get affiliate easier, it wasn't that difficult in the first place. The jump from like affiliate to partner is where the difficulty lies. To this day. Because not everybody's gonna be around for every streamer. And there's so much streamers on the market. The only way to keep yourself competent is literally your non-streaming content. And again, that's what I'm focusing on rewatching my past streams for, is just make some content out of it.
Wait, are you saying like, really? I'm in the right spot. Pardon if I'm sniffling off, I'm just,
The serious video editing may not return until next month, though. Maybe I'll have like one full song cover uploaded. But this month we're going to be focusing on not only just getting back into regularly streaming, but also finishing up the archiving that I'm still missing out on. We weren't able to like properly directly finishing all the cut long VODs in time. I accidentally deleted one and Twitch could not do anything about it. And so that's why I also have it marked on my calendar that I want to replay a specific moment in Honkai Star Rail with a renewed energy and also with this VTuber model, because I remember at the time I was just going through that specific event story very tired, so last minute and stuff. Like I literally wanted to go to sleep. I could not talk so much. And I was like literally whispering like this as I was trying to finish the damn event. Okay. I'll be playing it on an alt account, though.
Physically going through some stuff. I think we're back in the right spot.
I kind of was like losing sleep over like how the frick I want to make my stream schedule. For anybody who like follows me on social media, you all saw the template I put up. But that's basically what my game plan for the future is gonna look like. Well, I need it to like be custom made, which is kind of funny that originally one of my previous templates for my schedule is a bunch of ramen bowls over an edited restaurant photo. Same here, man.
Yeah, say hi to TikTok, by the way. This is their first day with us. Blushing Butterfly, and then this one's a Sunburst Butterfly. And they are the one bug that can hold a grudge against anybody.
Oh, right, I was
Here's
talking.
the thing about that war. I can't do it for both streams because TikTok is not letting me have more options to stream with until I'm done with my first stream. So in the next coming streams, I should have my model move on all platforms. But for the first day on TikTok, it's only going to be moving on TikTok for now. It's also a good opportunity for TikTok to get used to this dude, chatting with them. It's just technical limits and stuff because TikTok is not permitting me to do much more at this time.
Very true. At the time.
Nice.
Wait, what's the next VOD after this one? Let me double check. After this Palia one, it's Oh, right. I need to make the highlight of myself killing the dark crab in Dauntless. So at least that can be memorialized on my Twitch, since this game no longer exists. Well, technically, another version of Dauntless does exist. Yeah. Technically, like the same title, but like, let me go to my dashboard real quick, so I can show y'all. So, if we edit the stream info, right, and we search up Dauntless, there's a 1993 game that was released on the Sega Mega Drive and the Sega Genesis. And for some reason, some streamers neglect that their category is in the wrong game. Yeah. And ended up streaming on the 1993 game instead. Uh-huh. Anyways.
F9, top of cliff, F9. Alright, I'm gonna go to a...
You know what's also really interesting? When streamers need to categorize themselves doing singing. When they're doing karaoke, there's a gajillion different categories for karaoke. For like a karaoke game, or you just simply type music. Now, what if a streamer is sleeping? There's so many different options for sleeping. Oftentimes, if they're not doing a game, they would just type the game, the literal game, I'm only sleeping. It's an actual game, by the way. You really don't see any streamer playing the actual game. They're just literally leaving their stream on for ad revenue. That's not really going to cover the internet bill, to be honest. Let me be honest about that. Look, it is a method of getting ad revenue, but if we're being completely honest, it's not going to completely pay off the internet bill. But it's also pretty good. What's beneficial about those long sleeping hours, right? When the streamer is not like doing blah 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 or anything, is if it's a subathon going on, right? Because subathons are purposefully meant to drag out every time like there's a lot of helping hands to make everyone a subbed member of the channel. Then it might be able. Then everything altogether might be able to pay off that internet bill, that long usage for the subathon. Now, how much money will realistically the streamer get back? I would say enough to pay off the bill for the amount of hours that were gone into that long stream, and only still a okay chunk of money for themselves. Yeah. Now, let's also remember that every payout threshold currently is $50. $50 is not going to pay off an internet bill whatsoever. And $50 in this day and age is just a tiny fraction of the internet bill you need to keep on paying out. And of course, like a streamer who has got a dedicated audience for a subathon, they will get more than $50, thankfully. So that's why during their long hours of doing a subathon, whether they're doing something on stream or not doing something on stream, it will pay off for them with subs going on and any other way they get revenue outside of ads. Because I could say 100% for sure that ad revenue during like the sleeping hours or like nothing going on hours with stream up, it's not going to pay off the internet bill for sure. So they have to like supplement themselves with either passive income, like another job they're working, or have like a really generous community to be having pretty much every member of their community be subscribed to them on Twitch. $100 to pay off the internet bill. Yeah, exactly, Kiva, exactly. And depending on which package from which company someone pays for, it could be more than $100. Because in this economy, and also corporate greediness or whatever other decision, there are streamers who literally will need to pay more than 100 USD for like a different higher tier and potentially better package. So, realistically speaking. Right, let me see if there's an... All right, we're at the halfway mark on this VOD. Just gonna see if there's anything else I need to scrub through and cut. Oh, more froggies. Maybe I could just demonstrate it like on stream before I end. I did say I want to switch to gaming as soon as I'm done yapping, going through my VODs, to be honest. And also, to be honest, this is like really good practice for me, because oftentimes a lot of live 2D streamers are known to have a big amount of yapping profile. So, ooh, you got a tiger shark mailbox, nice. So once again, this is like a really good practice for me, especially for like the big expectation that like you're a live 2D VTuber. We're here and we hope you have like a lot of yap to give us. So yeah, all in good practice.
No, this is what we can bring the lore for. I am totally bring my lore over here. Oh boy, here we go. Hang on, I gotta grab all these little dudes. Alright, there we go. Oh, finally. Dang, we got freaking 30. Man, we also got a bunch of infected essence too. Holy crap. You could sell this for 13,200 gold?
Yes, my guy, you can sell the basic Frogo for 13,200 gold. I'm telling y'all, this patch for Palia is the most buffed in money making.
Let's get this red!
Brother, we're making bank here. We're making bank on this new map.
Let's get this red!
Oh, that's crazy.
I know, right?
Holy crap. Oh.
Imagine... Oh my god, my reactions. And once again, for anyone who's a striving creator or anyone who's wanting to do content creation in general, you just gotta do this. It's standard practice. Look through your old stuff. Listen to yourself. Make sure you are enjoying listening to yourself and reacting to yourself, because if you are, then you know your audience is gonna do the same thing. Another thing is, again, part of looking through your old stuff, you gotta make content out of it. Okay, this looks kind of janky and weird and 2 times speed, but it's funny. Oh, if anyone sees like a bee floating around, that's not part of the wilderness. That's somebody's pet. The flying bee is a pet from the cash shop. Yeah, so see this little dude over here? He's not part of the wilderness. I believe that's Messi's pet. No, not the athlete, just this character in the game, this other player. I think this is...
Holy crap.
How long was that frog catching session? Wait, maybe I should make a highlight of this and then direct...
Let's hope it puts me at the nearest stable.
Oh my god, I forgot. Oh. Bro, I was so tilted. Oh my god, I was so freaking tilted. I caught so many money making frogs. But I missed the ones in that last batch. Oh my god. You know what, guys? I'll give this freebie to you for how I felt that time. Here's a freebie on me. On the house. as we say in the restaurant business.
Great clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your
Emotional balance, 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 emotional balance.
That's how I felt. That's how I literally felt losing the last batch of frogs because I freaking disconnected from the game. Oh, that hurts. Oh, it's like a knife in my chest. Oh. Oh. How long is this moment? All right, we start from like 4 hours and 9 minutes up until, so it's like 5 minutes. Yeah, that's like a 5-minute moment. So I'm gonna start from like I'm gonna start highlighting from like 4 hours and 9 minutes. Wait, no, it's longer than that.
For 13,200 gold? Brother. Oh boy, here.
Three?
Spot for farming front.
Okay, this is a good place to start. And then I disconnected around the 4 hour 14-minute mark. Let's see. 4 hours 14 minutes. When did I disconnect?
If anyone has frog phobia, I am so sorry about that.
Technically, there's a technical name for that.
It's for the money. It's for the money. Let's freaking go. I guess we become frog poachers today in this game. Oh. Whoop. And I crashed. Let's hope it puts me at the nearest stable.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay, a frog catch until crash on. And I'm going to put this directly on, I'll put this directly on the VODS channel. Boom. Anyways. So it's like around,
We've been consistently crashing this entire stream. I can only assume it's because of the...
You know what? I need to be right back myself, so, while my 2 week ago self be right backs, I will go ahead and be right back as well. I'm gonna do a be right backception on y'all. I'll be using the bathroom. Perfect timing too. Oh, if there's anybody who's raided, let them embrace the new raid sound effect, by the way, y'all. And if anybody's here, make sure they get a shout out. I'm big. Just like what is it? Cousin Kyle would say. There we go. Ooh, a sea urchin. Make sure you know how to handle those, y'all. It's a very acquired taste, to be honest, for me. All right, let's just jump ahead to the next part. Oh, dang, I was like AFK for... Ooh, nice, you got a lionfish mailbox. They are an invasive species to Florida and are encouraged to be eaten, just like catfish. I think the reason why I was AFK for like this amount of time is because I went to grab food. So how long was this break? So this break lasted from 4 hours, 20 minutes to 5 hour, up until the 5 hour mark. Yeah, so that was my food break at the time. I was probably heating up something that I don't remember what I ate.
Am I still on? Ooh.
Ah, witch woman.
Looks like there's flex in my house. Heck yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay, so my quest is not.
Okay, so at this time, I was literally testing a bug. There was a reported bug during one of the new quests that you aren't able to finish it if you turn the item into a specific NPC, and not Gina. Apparently the quest worked just fine on my end, and I got a keepable amethyst, which is completely fine by me. I also don't have anything with Tamala right now. Whatever her name is, starts with a T. I don't think there's like anything else here, right? Maybe I went into the Elder Woods one more time. I think I went to the Elder Woods one more time.
Carefully. Technically, I do need to pick up some stuff around here anyways, like clay and whatnot.
Here I was gathering stuff in the regular map.
You sit and watch monitors as your job? Hey, yo. Sounds like the life for some people.
Oh yeah, I think War Major was telling me about his job. It's like security detail, you know.
Holy crap, double silver.
Wait, this is clippable.
Damn, I am finding silver all over the place.
This is clippable, that's double silver.
I thought that would be a triple, that would have been lovely. How much silver are we at? 19 pieces of silver?
Oh yeah, this is the new feature. Create the clip within the same window instead of like the same, a different tab. Going to call this clip double silver for the win.
A triple, that would have been lovely.
I think I ended up finding a triple later in this stream. That's what I think I remember.
Lovely. I thought that would be a triple, that would have been... I thought that would be a triple, that would have been lovely. Well, I hope there's nothing happening. Holy crap! Double so. Well, I hope there's nothing happening. Oh.
Alright, that's good enough.
Well, I hope there's nothing happening. Holy crap!
I'll make a backup clip just in case. I always like making backup clips sometimes. At least it's pretty convenient now when you can like make the...
all over the place.
Quiet mate. Past me. I think, we probably clipped a different double silver clip if it's not this one, Kiba, but I always try to make sure, occasionally I do a backup clip just in case, because, YouTube doesn't have a proper way of archiving clips like Twitch does at this time. Like, as I demonstrated before, you could clip somebody's stream from YouTube, but the problem is it will only give you the playback. But when you want to download the video, you're redirected to download the whole video instead. And that's something YouTube needs to work on. They need to work on a way, just like Twitch, to have a properly integrated clips download feature. Right now, it's just a redirected playback.
Hey, yo.
Let's get this red.
Like, Google, please take notes.
Gonna make some serious bank with that.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier, right? The past okay,
Rage against the
60K gold. Oh my God, do I want to spend 60K gold on an arcade machine? Maybe, but probably not my priority right now. That's gonna be decor towards the end. We do have an arcade machine already at our home already. We just have to routinely go to the market, right? Because I purchased a carpet there. Yeah, we have to routinely go to the underground market in hopes that we can buy a toilet. Because for some reason, we don't have a crafting toilet recipe. We have to literally buy it from the underground market to make a proper bathroom in this place, in this game.
That is so pay to win. 10,000 for a lucky coin.
I'm also surprised by it is that for 50K, for like a lot of money, you can get like more animated wallpapers. I love the animated wallpapers effects in this game. It's like such a vibe. Did I get like the ruined furniture set from this stream? I also kind of understand fishing a little bit better. So basically, like when the fish is starting to move left and right, you should be holding down the button. You have to like pause and then try to put the fish back in the middle. Problem is, that is still very difficult for fast-moving fish. And now we have more fast-moving fish in Elderwoods.
First comes, first served. Still. What's the point? I need to he's crib for this quest. Trying to do a, what's the point? What's the point? I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Let's see if there's a triple silver moment.
Myself just to boost my own ego.
I believe in Miltendo.
I believe in Miltendo.
That is so ego-fueling. Self-centered as well. God damn.
I agree. I agree, me. Like, sure, yeah, it is ego boosting, but like, do we have any level of self-respect with ourselves nowadays?
They have detected inactivity. TikTok, I'm still live, bro. I swear.
Yeah, I don't know why TikTok Studio just be acting up.
Is going. How are you saying that I still need to verify?
For some reason, like, even if there's something going on the stream, TikTok Studio will keep on bugging out and tell me, you're not live, we don't detect activity. Excuse me? There's something moving in the video game on your vertical format? Hello? You don't call that activity? Do you need someone to speak into the microphone to count as activity? Huh? 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 Like, huh? Is that what they consider activity? Like, speaking into the microphone? Does something going on in the video game not count?
This app doesn't make sense sometimes, I swear.
I agree. I agree, past me.
I don't think I've been inside this guy's room before. Is there a recipe? Ooh, a veggie chili.
Wait, how have I not learned that veggie chili recipe? I unlocked this guy's room like ages ago, and I did not get a chance to learn that. Huh.
Oh. Is that a side quest?
If it's not this stream, it might have been a later stream I found triple silvers.
I believe this is Zeki's crib. Oh yeah, the amount of exotic stuff definitely belongs to him.
Oh, this is the whole Dungeons and Dragons parody quest. To go back and forth with it. Oh, bitrate. That's bad.
Supposed to say I wanted to read. Oh, it's a straight chopper. Wait, double silver. Double silver D7.
Wait, I think this is the triple. No, this is another double.
It's definitely helpful, especially for like any villager who requires silver or gold or platinum as a present. To find silver in the same spot for like 3 of them, that's crazy.
I need to make a video edit of that. Like, I literally okay, let's go back on what I said, right? I said I hope there's nothing happening. I thought that would be a triple. That would have been lovely. I thought that would have been a triple. That would have been lovely. A few moments later, I found triple on stream. Okay, this is the one thing I wanted to get. We actually found a triple. I think Kibo was probably gone at this time. This is definitely helpful, especially for like any villager who requires silver or gold or platinum as a present. To find silver in the same spot for like 3 of them, that's crazy. I agree. For like 3 of them? 3 of them? That's crazy. Same spot for like 3 of them? That's crazy. Alright, where did I start speaking with this moment? And that was a stripe chappa. Wait, double silver. That was a stripe chap. That was a... wait. Wait. Wait, double silver. Wait, double silver. Easy. Wait, double silver. I knew that this was the stream that I found triple silver and double silver. I don't think you'll ever see that again, y'all. Alright, well, that's rendering. Drink some H2O real quick. Who knows if we'll find like double or triple silver again when I decide to do a short bit of Palia. Yeah, once we're done, once I'm done yapping, the only other thing I need to get is the, oh yeah, the other stream that's about to be expiring, mailbox was in it. I just need to get that highlight of us taking down the crab. Ugh. Apparently Dauntless's files can still be downloaded from Steam. Even if the game is delisted, the files are still available for download. I just think that, like, it's also relatively small. It's only, like, less than 20 gigabytes. Yeah, believe it or not, it's, like, less than 20 gigabytes. And I think most of the assets can't really be opened without Unreal Engine. Like, I have a folder where I save, like, some game assets that you may not see anymore. I probably need to, like, upload them to a cloud or something somewhere. And let me see where I stored it. One second, y'all. Trying to see which drive and folder it is. Downloaded game assets. So from Dauntless, I was only able to find 2 video files, 1 PNG of their logo that's not transparent. Odd. And I found a font file that does not give, like, a decipherable font. Crazy. I don't think there's anything else important besides, like, the frog catching and the silvers in this stream.
Hey, look, a bird's nest. A great place to put bird eggs, except they're not there.
Agreed. I don't know why they still haven't thought of that, dude.
Hell yeah. For sure. Damn. I'm literally farming hours. 1 elderwood flower, and I still cannot itself. But when someone joined by PlayStation and Xbox, that's like one annoying thing. At nighttime, the game is so freaking dark. The game is disgustingly dark at night. You'd think that we have a lantern item or a flashlight, something for us to carry around instead of just a.
I agree.
Though, that's the thing.
What did I say damn to? I said damn to something.
Whenever I play Palia on stream, before I started TikTok streaming,
Right, there was somebody on TikTok who was interacting with me about this game.
my money up for everything I need to spend on. And now I need freaking 29. Wait, I need some math. I need 69 more pieces of renown to get 2
Oh, right. in this part of the stream, I was coral hunting. Coral was originally a lot more commonplace, and then for some reason it became rare. I don't know why. It's out of nowhere, it just became rare.
Bruh.
I just literally want a few more pieces of coral, and then I go collect a few more pieces of pallet. This particular spot on the map near Miltendo Grove. Yeah, Miltendo Grove is really good for resources.
I agree. Yep.
That's the fish I was trying to catch, the flippin' mossy fin. Oh. Okay, so that was what it was. That's literally my first mossy fin. God.
So, yep. We have yet to successfully catch a shark. Now, believe it or not, the swamp shark that we only caught, like, the regular version of, we still have yet to catch a starred version. I want to... The tiny fish, turns out, here was the mossy fin. So thank goodness I caught this one. Now I just want to capture the shark.
Cash, the flippin' mossy fin.
I knew there was like a few bits of stuff I needed to clip and highlight from this stream.
That was what it was. That's literally my first mossy fin. Mossy fin. My first mossy fin. That's literally my first mossy fin. Shark, that's not. Can't get a flippin' shark.
I was talking about the shark.
Can't get a flippin' shark.
Sometimes you're not able to cut the clip at the exact timing. So like I'm trying to go to like exactly like here's something that's very they literally do not notice with their interface. You can't get to like specific timings correctly, right? So I'm trying to get to like 51 seconds exact, but it's either going between 50.9 or 51.1. How are they not aware of this in their own freaking UI?
Shark. It's just like how I can't get a flippin' shark in this map. That's literally my first mossy fin. God.
Oh my goodness, the amount of stress in my voice when I said God. Like a big sigh of relief, but god damn, I was stressed out. Oh, you can even move this window around. That's pretty handy.
It's just like how I can't get a flippin' shark in this map.
That clip just...
I caught one shark.
That clip was made in split seconds. Holy crap. I don't think there's anything else important from this one, right?
Not give us a way to do.
Everything else is just literally me chasing down the NPCs who need me to finish the Dungeons and Dragons quest.
And we got the striped chappatil.
Yeah, I think that was those are the only pivotal moments from this stream. Just that I found double silver, triple silver, caught my first mossy fin, a bunch of frog catching.
Pretty good timing. Very, very good timing. Oh, another one.
Double silver again.
The game heard I won silver and it decided to bless me. Today, earlier this stream, I ran into 3 pieces of silver notes. I've been blessed this day, truly.
I was really blessed that stream, 100% for sure. I'm gonna call this one double silver again.
The game heard I won silver and it just this day, truly. And into good timing. speaking of silver. Oh, silver. Oh, speaking of silver. Oh, speaking of silver. Decide to bless me. Bless me.
Again, I can't get the exact times.
Bless me. Heard I want silver and it decided to bless me. Oh, speaking of silver. Game heard I want silver and it decided to bless me. Oh, speaking of silver. Speaking of silver. Decide to bless me. Oh, speaking of silver. Oh, speaking of silver.
There we go. That's a good start. Whew. Oh man. We're coming down to like the end of this VOD anyways, and then I'm about to highlight that one moment for Dauntless where I have my one-on-one tussle with the latest edition, the Crab Behemoth.
Oh, at least the power of Godhead was still with us.
That time, albeit the missiles function differently. I don't remember. I have zero idea when they changed the function of its special ability. But at least it was still a pretty good weapon. I just wanted to chop off the dude's tail. Unfortunately, I was so occupied and busy with setting up my VTuber debut day that I was juggling everything.
Okay, I guess we'll make two. But look at this lamp. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Divider. Yeah. Big rug. Big rug. Big rug. Not taking it. Doormat.
That was, you know what's really funny? You know what's really hilarious?
Towel. Lamp. Purchase it. Oh, it's a bathtub. Hey yo. Okay, you know what? I'm copping this. I'm copping it. Desk lamp. I don't.
Yeah, I copped that
Divider.
for the bathroom.
Big rug. Big rug.
It's so funny. This rug could not fit on the display case. This entire rug could not fit on the goddamn display case. They can't be for real with that. Look, it's like, what, 2,300 gold? They tried.
I'm taking it. Doormat.
They tried.
Towel.
Oh, they try their best, y'all.
I'll put that in the bathroom. Painting? Medium frame? I don't like that doormat. Reminds me of a grape flavored cookie. Yeah, this literally looks like half of a grape flavored cookie.
Yeah, I agree.
That still looks like a cookie to me. Ugh, goodness sakes. Ooh.
Just one lucky coin.
Oh, I feel old.
And I got another achievement way under the table.
What else is live at the moment? Atria, Snooze, Botanic Sage, I think,
Prize wheel coins. Okay.
what's her name? Geeko just ended.
About this. Oh, right. I'm assuming you get it from the arcade machine. Never mind. All the recipes are done. All right. Let me not get too hasty on spending gold. Otherwise, I'm going to get way too desperate. Okay, so we found like a few things I could use. The bathtub in particular looks really nice. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Woo!
So this wallpaper, y'all. This wallpaper alongside the Mushroom Forest wallpaper, they're my top favorites of all time. I think I already explained it on stream at the time when like there's like not much going on in chat, but yeah, that's a really beautiful wallpaper. I loved it. It was so worth the gold to like get.
Worth it. That is so worth the 25,000 gold.
I also like
That is 100% worth it.
I also like love the contrast we have with like the bright pink cherry blossoms and the really dark dusky purple towards the back. Somehow it's like in my opinion it works for me. And they also have like the contrasting like very bright mushroom forest over here, which I do like the dropping leaves effect for.
How long is this rug actually? Wait. World chat. Do for stream. Did I just get a green pearl? All right, let's check our oyster look. Oyster check, everybody.
Oyster luck, let's go.
Oysters. Oh, one pearl. 2 pearls out of 19 oysters. 3 pearls out of 19 oysters. I just get a green? Did I just get a green pearl
Yes, you did.
out of an oyster?
Yes, you did.
Bro, that is nutty.
Right?
Yeah, I actually found one this time. The ones I got in my storage were gifted. What are the chances? All right, 3 more oysters. 4 pearls? Bro, are you serious? Out of 19 oysters, I got 4 pearls and 1 green oyster. 4 pearls and 1 green pearl. What are the chances? That is fantastic. Oh my goodness, that is a keeper. That is a keeper.
I think that's like the very last moment that I'm going to clip from this stream. I've never received a green pearl out in the wild in all of my playthrough of this game.
Green oyster. 4 pearls and 1 green pearl. Goodness, that is a keeper. Goodness, that is a keeper. Oh my goodness. Goodness, that is a keeper. Did I just get a green 19 oysters? Oh, 1 pearl. Oh, one green oyster. Oh, 1 pearl. 2 pearls out of 19 oysters. 3 pearls out of 19 oysters. 3 pearls out of 19 oysters. Oysters. 3 pearls out. What are the chances? 3 pearls out of 9. 3 pearls out of 4. 3 pearls out of pearls and 1 green pearl. What are the chances? 3 pearls out of 9 green pearl.
Still have to cut it down to like less than 60 seconds because sometimes YouTube does not count like some yeah, for some reason, sometimes YouTube does not count some 60-second videos as actual shorts. Don't ask me why. I just, for some reason, I don't know why.
3 pearls out of 19 oysters. 4 pearls and 1 green pearl. 1 green pearl. 3 pearls out of 19 oysters. 3 pearls out of 19 oysters.
Oh, so on this stream, I made a lot of money off of frogs, mined a bunch of silver, got my first green pearl.
Did I just get a green pearl?
Yes, you did, my guy. Yes, you did.
Out of an oyster?
Oh, my goodness sake. Oh, we're coming on the tail end of this VOD anyways. I didn't think we'd get so much done in Palia.
Yeah, I actually am pretty sure I should just move those pearls since... Over on Twitch's side, thank you to Chess. Not Chester.
There we go. All right, so that's the end of salvaging anything from this VOD. Yippee-ki-yay! And now let's move on to basically the one part of the Dauntless VOD that I want to keep as a highlight on this channel. So, let's change that over to, let me grab the link for this, and we're gonna go ahead and highlight, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go directly to the highlight part. We're done with this, anyways. All right, let's go to the part where Mailbox was hearing me gasping for breath and breathing for my life, trying to take out the dark crab. Let's call this Melt versus Dark Crab before shutdown. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it that. Bug.
That required a bit of a...
Zones on it too, or if it's like a global Dark Souls.
Hey, look, guys, it's Mailbox.
Oh, boy. For all the reverse stuff that you're giving me, Dauntless, you could give me the thing that I need for my quest. Thank you. For all the reverse stuff that you're giving me, Dauntless, you could give me the thing that I need for my quest. Thank you.
Or also have the crab to show up, pretty please.
An extremely powerful behemoth has been spotted. Uh-oh.
Crab?
It says head to the marked location on the island. It is Crab!
Oh.
Mailbox, it is time.
Yes.
Alright, y'all, once I'm done with this crab, it is the end of my Dauntless journey officially. Here we go.
Are you feeling it, crabs?
Are you feeling it, chat?
I would think so, but considering my armor's up to date and my weapon power is maxed out.
I'm gonna rewatch
Four,
myself
three,
with this
two,
fight.
1. Here comes Mr. Krabs.
Let's go.
Bro, you can... Okay, if you say so. Oh, that's one pissed off crab.
Oh, he not happy.
I was trying to chop this dude's tail off so badly.
Ew, bubbling sounds.
Ooh, not the bubbles.
And it's eater charge.
Goodness sakes, I was getting clobbered.
Let's go.
Woohoo.
Good thing my armor's upgraded.
Oh, God. He's making sure you don't breathe.
Random bullshit on the screen. Go, 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 bullshit on the screen.
Get owned.
He's almost down too. You got this.
Yep. Oh, 9 lives, thank you so much.
That is the reason why I use the 9 lives to this very day. 9 lives, my saving grace.
Oh my goodness sakes, the crab is down. Bazinga.
Woohoo. Hooray. Crab cakes for everyone.
Yeah, I think I'll try to fight this thing again, and try to get a recording of it, getting its tail axed by me.
And that was a big fat lie. And that was a big fat fungus lie.
Still no ether charge though.
Yeah, that is a very... That's frustrating, when you literally can't progress because of a literal RNG gated drop.
That was an absolute big fat fungus lie. Goodness sakes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna upload this highlight of the massive frog catching onto YouTube for sure. And then we'll keep this 3-minute one here on Twitch. Let's see. Let's export this as a... Let's make this a public thing. Palia. Frogs. Frog. MMO. MMORPG. Discovering the new money making method in Elder Woods in #Palia. Cozy game. There we go. Alright. It's going to be based off the latest 2 VODs that are expiring. So then we also have Waifu Wednesday on both Honkai Star Rail and Genshin for like several hours.
Oh, come on. All I did was make you...
Oh, right. I was doing a Scofier story quest. It kind of dragged on. I think it was kind of fun, kind of cute. I was pulling on Star Rail, of course. That really wasn't my best pulling session, sadly, but I did get Misha maxed out. This was horrible. This was a very horrible farming session for like unnecessarily 10 hours. I was talking to Kiba about this on voice call the other night. I was going to do a short stream on this game, trying to finish up my farming. Technically speaking, I really should have been done farming. I thought I was going to get one more drop that I needed, and then I decided to borrow it from another character. And turns out I wasted like 10 hours because what I wanted to do did not work with my gear setup. And not only that, after I finished streaming this game, I logged back on to fight that one boss one more time, and boom, I got the drop off stream. Now, is there anything I wanted to salvage from these 3 streams? Not like I could think about it. Finishing up event stuff in Genshin. Let me see. Finishing up event stuff.
When it looks.
I mean, I think the event was pretty cute. Like, parts of it were decently neatly written, but I don't think there's anything to cry home about. Obviously, the unpublished music rehearsal stream is remaining unpublished. It was a case for me to listen to myself on how the filters on OBS sound. And I believe that should be good about backlogging stuff for now. But yeah, for anyone who watches me for the first time, what I also like to do is occasionally do this on stream, look through my stuff, see what we can save and archive, as we did extensively for the very first expiring video. But I also want to do that as a friendly reminder that if you are an aspiring content creator, this literally should be your part of your routine. Is, once again, I hate to sound like a broken record player, but this is very important, is to go back on your old stuff, listen to yourself, see if you really enjoy the way you react to what you're doing on the stream or a video. And if you are, then your audience will definitely also enjoy your reactions as well. If you feel like there's something that you don't like about your past content, probably note it down and see how you can improve it for next time. And the other thing is that if you find that there's moments that you could turn into like short videos, then grab those moments and turn them into short videos, because that's where the traction is nowadays. For streamers, like getting traction on a streaming site, that's not where the traffic is going to come from. The traffic is going to come from the audience for the short video content. And a lot of very successful and partnered streamers and YouTubers, super successful, super popular creators will literally tell you the exact same thing, no matter what. He said, she said, that they will literally tell you that a very exact same thing. That getting traffic from a live streaming website is not always going to be where it's at. Like, as a matter of fact, if someone posts something super viral and meme-like, whether it's an animation or them doing something with their real-life body and face, like, that's the content that will blow that person up. It's not a live stream that they did. It's literally one single short video that got them super viral. Like, y'all remember that one lady who backed into her bedpost and she did that sound effect? I'm pretty sure like nobody on the internet knew who she was at first until she literally filmed a video of her hitting her bedpost, and then she went and then so many people just remixed her into so many different stitches. So many different ways people can go viral nowadays. But then let's not forget what Bella Porch did. All she did was make a bunch of expressive faces, and then boom, she went viral. She stitched herself doing a few expressive faces to a single song, and then boom, she exploded on TikTok. And then there's other girls who are copying Bella Porch's exact same stitch. So many different simple things that people go freaking viral for. You know what's really interesting about virality? Let's go to my like YouTube channel real quick. So here's something that's very interesting. right? One of my promotional videos for my debut back on Saturday, I have never seen 2,000 views on a short before. As a matter of fact, the last time we had like a popular video was probably like maybe I thought it was my first one. Yeah. And a Mailbox was in this one. We were reacting to the name of this pig, Lechonk. That was like, that to this day, that is still my most popular like short of all time. And then suddenly out of nowhere, I guess I've attracted the Green Day fans to my short of me trying to cover Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Now I'm perfectly able, I feel like I can be able to properly cover Boulevard of Broken Dreams. It's probably the way I mixed the audio that like pissed off a bunch of people, unfortunately. And okay, and here's the thing with my, okay, let me just mute the music since it's like copyrighted. What people need to understand, and I think this is the thing that the people who dislike the video are not aware of. The sample audio does not represent the final product. Like, bro, this is not going to be what the final version of my cover looks like. I just stitched this together on a whim to promote my debut. And I know there's a lot of passionate, like, Green Day fans out there. I understand, like, I've enjoyed listening to Green Day music growing up as well. But I made it perfectly clear at the top of my cover samples that they do not represent what the final cover will sound like. Like, for example, let me make it abundantly clear. An example I will say is, perfect. So, Seventh Heaven, my Seventh Heaven cover right here. The audio mixing for this short, was a little bit different than what I did for the first version of my cover featuring Cells, right? I'm still waiting for like the full instrumental from them. The mixing was a little bit different, and I had to like adjust some of the on-screen lyrics as well. So yeah, I think like overall there's just literally not enough people on YouTube who are fully aware that if I put out a music cover sample, it's not guaranteed to be like the final product. That's like no different than a lot of people who just look at a video game's playtest, closed beta, closed alpha. They see the state of a game during a playtest, and then they just like go on a hate train and seeing like, oh my god, things are so jank, things are freaking ugly. With completely disregarding that a video game's playtest state and condition is not going to represent what you guys will get on release. Now, unfortunately, if that same jank and ugliness ends up being on the live release of a game after it's done being playtested, well, that's skill issues on the company, unfortunately. And also the corporate greediness and whatnot, and the pushiness from shareholders and stakeholders in said video game to meet deadlines and whatnot for said shareholders and stakeholders. So yeah, I think that's like literally what I wish a lot of people who come across my singing shorts would be aware of, is like literally if I'm putting out a full cover, what I put in the short is not going to be like how the final cover will sound. Like, I will admit, when I put like a layering effect, so let me explain for mixing. In a lot of pop culture music, there is something we do called layering, which is basically have multiple voices singing on top of each other. What I've done is artificial layering, which is I duplicated my voice through a filter. The proper, more organic way to do layering is to manually record other vocals to go alongside the rest of it. That's how it should be professionally done. But because I was doing a rush job at the time to try to promote my debut, the shortcut I took was artificial layering with a filter. And I understand that's not like the best choice always, and it sounds kind of bizarre to a lot of people's ears. I understand that, but I made this sample on a whim, and that is something I really wish more people could understand from an outsider's perspective. So, yeah, that's like that's something I just realized probably recently, that literally the amount of dislikes that's probably on this video is literally from those who dislike the artificial layering I did. And I get it, but what these dislikers should also understand is that, like, if I put out a full cover of Boulevard of Broken Dreams, it's not going to entirely sound like this. Like, I will put in the effort to, like, learn what the melody and harmony vocals are like, so the layering will be done proper. I know how to, like, mix my vocals decently. I know how to do, like, manual, like, I know how to do manual layering. It's just that, again, I was on crunch time. You know how else I was on crunch time? I misspelled a word here. I misspelled the word re-debut for like 3 videos. For 3 videos straight, I misspelled the same word over and over because of how rushed I was. And not only that, I credited the wrong artist on my latest short as well. That's how rushed and panic attacky I really was to put everything together for, like, debuting. A lot of work is still by me, and even then, even when I do cut corners, I still slip. And I'm also, like, expressing this to go and show that even if I'm, like, a brand new character now, I'm still not a perfect individual. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think I'm done literally just yapping. I'm gonna do a little bit of gaming before we end stream. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm not mad at anybody in chat, by the way. I'm just baffled in general about this kind of treatment from just this kind of treatment. Anyways, I'll go play a tiny bit of Palia now that I basically cut and edited a bunch of Palia stuff. Let's see. Where's my where's my stream manager again, so I can change the info? Thank you for the posture check mailbox. I do need it. Ugh. Especially after all that very, very expressive yapping. Once again, I'm a freaking Pisces. We are expressive AF. And pardon my French again, we bitch about stuff a lot of times. We can bitch about stuff passionately, or we can just bitch about stuff like, you know, oftentimes we tend to be bitching about things passionately. But of course, like, there are Pisces who are a lot more composed than me, and they are model citizens of society. And they could speak better for being a Pisces than I could. Okay, Palia. We'll bring back the PC controls. Do I want to keep myself, like, down here? I'll raise myself a little bit. See if I can shrink myself properly with my trackpad. I literally need a second mouse for this laptop. That's not what I wanted to do, VTube Studio, no. Yeah, trackpad struggles are just so real right now. I'm so surprised. I only just recently thought of, like, why do I have, like, a Super Mario hammer on me? And it turns out, like, it's part of my character lore. It's part of my character lore, so that makes sense. Wait. Should I have my chair with me? Let me see how this looks. Chair. Oh wait, mailbox. I think you also haven't seen how I end stream recently, since you're still here. Give me a second. So, whenever we end stream nowadays, everybody gets to see this before the new end credits, right? I'll be right back, so, ending stream me can entertain y'all.
Toodles, tendies.
Okay, I'm not ending stream yet, but I just wanted to just show, like, everybody who's missed my debut last time, that's, like, literally how we end. But I think I'm just gonna, like, vocalize that. Well, then again, I don't... It's like a few short seconds of music. I don't think that's completely copyrighted. I gotta cut us some slack here. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, frick. Get this little twerp off the screen. Yeah. Hello? Center horizontally? Excuse me, that's horizontal? I need to be centered in my chair. Thank you very much. I think that works. Yeah, I think that works just fine. It looks like I decently fit. Like, my 2D head is up against, like, the headrest of this chair. You're welcome, mailbox. You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome? See, that's also, like, a thing you don't have to get copyrighted for. If you, like, sing in the wrong key or whatnot, and it's not 100% matching, Okay. Let me go ahead and turn on the music real quick. Actually, let me go ahead and use the bathroom again real quick, and then we'll play a bit of Palia, and within the next hour, 30 minutes. Oh, I needed that. Okay. I'm back. There I am. Alright, where's my PC controls? There they are. And we're back. Back again. Is it time to sell yet? I think it's about time to sell pretty soon. I have a lot of stuff I could sell, too. Watch a video about your favorite food. Oh, we'll do it pretty soon, Kiba. As soon as I sell stuff. I was also in the bathroom, so I just saw it. Holy crap. 20K. That is amazing. Wait. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. This is gonna be a lot of money. Okay, thank you for linking me, Kiba. I was almost about to ask you, like, what food is it that you're looking for? Let's see. Is there something I needed to craft? Okay, so the honey lure is actually worth it now for the new map. I do need to make some food first. Wait, oh right, I needed to make the builder stingy majiggy. Yeah, because, what's this?
Hey!
I thought that was a bridge. That's a wood pile? Freaking seriously? Well, good thing I need to make more,
Woohoo!
I think that wooden arch looks decently nice. Wait, Builder's Bridge number 2, what does that look like? So, the first bridge looks like it's... It looks like it's set. This one looks partly broken. And then this one is just broken. The stairs are useful, though, so at least we could finally craft some stairs. These new building pieces are super useful for my current design. The only other thing I need right now is to... Oh, wait, I needed to make some large lanterns, right. I did make some light bulbs. Yeah, so we gotta make the lanterns. I have to make some food first. Alright, so let me put these away. Bonsai pod. How many other different stuff that do people need for trading? How many oil do I need for the fish again? 4 oil? I only... Wait, what does it take to make the veggie chili? I just learned that recipe recently. Or I can make the tofu. I have plenty of stuff for the tofu. Yeah, we could make the tofu. It's a decent amount of points to get back, too. Veggie chili requires salt. Okay, so technically speaking, if I request salt, a bunch of oil, let me just request some soy sauce, and I also need to request some vinegar. Where's the vinegar? Where the vinegar? Where? Oh, I mean oil. All right, perfect. Perfect, we're at the Palia. 4 p.m. mark. Let me go ahead and bring up Kiva's video. The hog meat pie from 1734. Okay, sure thing. Make sure the sound is working from the background. I forgot whether I muted it or not. Oh, it is muted. Let's go ahead and unmute that.
Meat pies are not common in the U.S. today, just generally, especially not here in Indiana or in Kentucky or in Ohio, the areas that I grew up in. It was a concept that was very foreign to me until I started looking at recipes from this time period. Now, if you grew up in Europe or Africa, or plenty of other places in the world, you probably grew up eating meat pies, and maybe that was something that you had even weekly. It was something that you had daily. I know that there are folks in the comments section that I noticed when I was kind of researching that have said they came here from Europe, they came here from Africa, some other place, and they were disappointed because the lack of meat pies. And so they make them themselves so they can enjoy them, but they miss being able to just go find them ready-made, buy them, and eat them. This recipe really got me thinking about the size of our world. And a lot of times we say it's a small world because we'll bump into somebody at the grocery store or we end up knowing somebody's second cousin. But really, it's vast. It's so vast. And I was reading this recipe thinking, I don't know anything like this. Like, I've never eaten anything like this. And then I started searching online and doing some research, and I find out that in London, in England, in the UK, people probably grow up eating this all the time. This is a very common thing. And I think that we can do that a lot of times. We can say, well, it's a strange thing to me. That means it's a strange thing. But if we do that now, just think about how much we do that when we're thinking about history as well. I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to put words in the mouths of people that lived hundreds of years ago. I want to learn from them. And so I've got to be really careful when I'm going through and I'm reading things. I can't just read one occurrence of something happening and assume that that was a rule for everybody that lived 300 years ago.
Yep.
And a lot of times I think as living historians, we can be guilty of that. So this whole thing, this whole idea, this channel, Townsend's as a retail company, the whole thing is about understanding history. We cook to understand history, we sew to understand history, and we wear the clothing so that we know what that feels like. Something that I need to research more of, and maybe some folks out there have already done the research, you can throw it in the comment section, but I'm not sure how popular meat pies were in the US overall. And you know, you see references, but there were so many different cultures coming over here, and they were making kind of their own little areas throughout, that I'm not sure if it was something that just went all along the eastern seaboard, you find meat pies everywhere, or if they were just in little pockets. So that's kind of the next thing that I'm gonna look into when I'm researching. Unfortunately, I don't have it ready for this video, but if you guys know, go ahead and comment, I'd love to hear it. The recipe that we're making today is called a hog's meat pie, and it was really confusing. It was really confusing. It's out of the collection of about 300 recipes built by Kettleby, and I'm pretty sure this particular recipe comes from the version that came out in the 1730s, although there were earlier versions of that book. But there was so much going on in it.
Sticking out your chat for the Raiders. You're so OP. You're so popular. I just wanna be your cog champ. Fungi, come here. Hearts in my spores. Just you and me. In harmony. We can all believe in Melt's fantasy.
Thank you so much for the raid, Nico. How was your stream? Oh my goodness. I am very sorry if anybody got hit with ads, and also I'm very sorry if anybody had to listen to my own brain rot raid message, especially Mailbox. If Mailbox is actually here and heard that for the very first time, you're welcome. There's the shout out. Thank you so much, Kiba. You're playing Dolok Town.
Like a thief.
That clip is not Dolok Town. That clip is, was that an MMO? Thank you so much for the raid, dude. Hope your stream was awesome. Oh, he fell for it, literally.
Nope. We're down here now.
Unless that was planned. Yeah, you never know. 7 days to die. Got it. Oh, I made money. I heard the money ka-ching sound. No worries, y'all. It's nothing important in the game I was playing. Welcome on in, everybody, from Nico's stream. I am Miltendo, who recently am now in a live 2D body. I am a self-defense mushroom culinary connoisseur VTuber who enjoys action games, cozy games, party games, survival games, and some RPGs. And we're just wrapping up the stream by playing a bit of Palia after some just chatting. And we're just now watching a video about Kiba's favorite food, the meat pie from 1734. Yeah, that's even from before I was born, y'all. Yeah. So my 3D model, I guess we probably laid him to rest, maybe. I don't know if we'll ever see him again. The only reason he would exist is for hand tracking and janky reasons, but I'm very happy with the way this guy came out. And for anyone's wondering, wait, Miltendo, I've seen you before, but why do you look so drastically different? Let me explain. I wanted to break away from the Nintendo Me template. I wanted to break away from that mold. It was cute to begin with, but I've thought about this rebrand for like a few years now. So this is only version 1 of my rebrand, so I'm pretty happy with my evolution. So yeah, welcome on in, everybody, from Nico's raid. We hope you'll stay cozy and comfy for like the next hour and 14 minutes or so, because that's how much time I'm going to be streaming left for this very stream. Oh, and just as a freebie on the house for everybody, I'm going to give y'all something special from all the raids. Early access game, Stardew Valley inspired 2D platforming. I see. There's a game I'm going to be playing this week called Bitcraft Online. Also in, I think it's not early access. It's a playtest at the time. But anyways, here's something cool for y'all who came in on the raid. This one's on the house. Trying to figure out where it is. I think this is it.
Tonya!
Here's Melty.
Y'all are welcome. That was on the house. Press me rapidly. No, I need to evolve, goddammit. No, not for me, not in my evolution. No, oh hell nah. Oh, you're funny, Nico. You're funny. See, in like for other Pokemon, I would do the same thing, but no, you cannot press B on me, please. Anyways,
that I've never read before, stuff
meat
that
pie.
I've never seen before, and very complicated steps to do something pretty easy. So
You know what's really interesting? I actually had a frozen meat pie before. It was like from Costco. It's like an Australian brand. Or Australian brand. Mate. It was decently tasty. It wasn't like the most seasoned, but it was like decently tasty a beef meat pie from an Australian frozen brand. I've also had a meat pie before in London, and I like it. I like it. It wasn't exactly these meat pies are not like the most seasoned foods I've ever had, but it felt like it was comfort food. It was decent comfort food. Like macaroni and cheese, or fried chicken, fried fish, or mashed potatoes, or anything else y'all find comfort food. For Asian comfort food, fried rice is typical Asian comfort food. Some noodles are Asian comfort food as well. I'm trying to think what else. Lots of different stuff can be comfort food. And sometimes you can also get comfort food in a can, as Mailbox had fished up.
So I went looking for other recipes in the time period just to see if I could find something that would help shed some light on it, which I did in a recipe from the 1770s, and there it's called a pork pie, which is what most folks over in Britain would probably call this today. And it shed the light, and it's really fun to go through there and say, okay, I have no idea what this is talking about. What can I find that will word this in a different way? What can I find that will explain this to me? Or how can I put the pieces together? So chasing that down is half the fun. In some of these recipes, you don't always have to do it, but when you do, you're on the chase. You're looking everywhere, and when you find it, it's gold. To make a hog meat pie, take 2 buttock pieces or rearing pieces of pork. 'Tis what lean is cut off the gammon on the inside of the flitch. Cut some of the fat off the end of the chine and beat fat and lean together very small. Season it with pepper, salt, mace, and nutmeg. Tie the meat. When beat and seasoned in a wet, clean cloth, lay it into the shape you would like to have it in the cloth, and cut some long slips of chine fat to mix and lay between every layer of the beaten meat. When 'tis thus laid around and in order, tie it up hard and lay a heavy weight to press it very hard and close. For 3 or 4 hours, make your pie, and when you have laid in the meat, lay half a pound of butter over the meat. Just as you set it into the oven, pour in a quarter pint of claret. When you draw it, if you find it dry, pour in more melted butter.
I could literally make a Star Wars scrolling text parody out of this recipe. Directions. Or wait, I could like literally do that for any recipe. I just like realized it's like a lot of it's just a gigantic run-on sentence. But then again, like this is Old English back in the day, so it's pretty excusable considering this is Old English.
So number one, I've got to be honest with you, I didn't know what some of these cuts were. And there's a lot to talk about here, but that was the first thing that stood out to me, is like, oh, I need to educate myself on these cuts. And they're not necessarily called the same thing now. And sometimes what happens is we'll refer to something now and we'll say it is this thing. But in the time period, they used the same word for kind of just the cut and not the process or anything like that. So you have to really chase it down. There are a lot of problems in here that are like, okay, what's going on? So you have to start cutting it apart and say, okay, well, what are they doing here? Well, they're making a forced meat. So I've done that plenty of times. I know what a forced meat is, but I've never put it into cloths and beaten it and then taking it out of the cloth and putting it back in a cloth and tying it up and put a 70-pound weight on it or whatever the heck it's calling for. I guess it makes sense, but like, why? Why go to all this trouble? And so I wanted to go and find something that maybe had less steps or had simplified it a little bit, and I found it. So this is what that is. A pork pie. Take the inside of a gammon of pork, cut some of the fat off the chine, put them both into a marble mortar. Beat them very fine and season it with grated nutmeg, pepper, and salt. Make a good crust and cover a dish with it. Put in some slices of fat off the chine. Lay on this some of the beaten meat and then another layer of bacon. Over this, put the rest of the meat and lay half a pound of butter over the whole. Pour in a quarter of a pint of red wine and then put on the cover. Send it to the oven, and when it comes home, if you find it dry, pour in some more melted butter.
That's a little bit more clarified. I've never heard like a few of these words before, to be honest. Not even from elementary school. Like, holy crap. Ground up pork with bacon. It's pork on pork on pork. This is certainly not kosher, dude. I know a lot of people who really enjoy eating, but they can only maintain a kosher diet. Might be mindful of your kosher buddies, y'all. Boy. Now, we Asians, though, we do embrace pork as one of our staple proteins alongside beef and chicken. So, this should be fine. Also, nutmeg? I have plenty of nutmeg. Rarely do I ever put nutmeg in my protein, but given that this is like, you know, y'all, given that this is like comfort food, it's totally warranted to put nutmeg in with your protein. Hey, look, Mailbox has found the keys to her sister's home. I mean, what? Or her sister's car, I don't know. So that's where they went. Hey, Akiva has found the candy he lost last weekend.
So what we have here are a lot of similarities, although this is simplifying it. And even after this, you find some recipes where it excludes the mortar and pestle. And really what you're making is a force meat, and it doesn't really matter how you get there as long as you get there. And also, this pie is intended to be baked in a dish. That's not what we're going to do today. The original pie that we read is meant to have a standing crust. And I wanted to make a standing crust pork pie because I know that that's how a lot of folks will recognize this. That's how a lot of folks enjoy it already. So let's talk forced meat real quick. What we're making here is essentially a sausage. So what they want, what they're trying to get at here is you want a lean cut of pork and you want a fatty cut of pork. And you're gonna take parts of those, chop them up, dice them, and then form them together. So it's gonna come out kind of like a ground sausage. You're gonna spice it very similarly. And that's basically what we're gonna stuff into this crust. So this recipe is referencing the chime and the gammon. And so basically what's happening here is those cuts of meat can be called different things depending on where you're from. And they can also be called different things depending on the time period. So sometimes they're just referring to a cut and not a process. And sometimes they're not referring to even the same part of the animal necessarily. But what it's getting at is that it wants you to have a fatty piece of pork and a lean piece of pork. And so we've got a loin here and we've got pork belly here. They even reference bacon. So we've got pork belly. We know that we're getting what they're talking about. You guys, depending on where you're from, this can mean different cuts, but it doesn't really matter because we just need fatty and we need lean, and we're gonna combine them. First thing we're gonna do here is prepare the crust for our pie. We're going to do a hot paste, and so that means that we're going to warm somewhere between a half cup and a 3/4 cup of water. And then we're gonna put 6 ounces of fat. Now, whether you use lard or butter is up to you. The only thing that we need to do is make sure that it gets melted and heated. You don't have to boil it or anything, just get it hot. We're gonna add that to 2.5 cups of flour. And at first you're gonna start working this and think this is never going to turn into a paste, but
it will. It will. So this is no different than making like a literal pastry shell out of the basic same things. The basic essentials of like a pastry shell, nowadays you need flour, you need a fat, and water. Now, what I do notice that a lot of chefs do to have the shell keep its shape is use cold water. I would do the same thing. I would use cold water. Sometimes ice cubes could work. So to have a shell that would maintain its shape, you would use cold butter and cold water, especially since it will naturally be able to keep its shape as it's baking in the oven. If you want to go like the pastry route and make it sweeter, you would add egg and sugar. But for a basic shell, you would be fine with flour, a fat, and water. And Normally, if it's not butter, people would throw in margarine or shortening, and that's the crust. Half of the crust that I've eaten, I'm pretty sure were shortening crusts, but but the best ones I've tasted were definitely made with butter, for sure. Butter. There's a saying that goes, "Butter makes everything better," and I still agree to that to this very day.
Will. And so just keep working at it. After you get it all put together, pour it out of your bowl and knead it on your counter for somewhere around 5 minutes or so. Just make sure that it's really well combined.
I believe the reason why he needed to heat up like the butter and the water together is just so that it's a little bit better to work with, to shape. But you technically can also get the similar effect with cold butter and cold water.
After you get this combined, you're going to put this aside. If you want to keep it on the counter, you can put a damp cloth over it. You're going to let it sit for somewhere around 3 or 4 hours. Or you can just keep this in a Ziploc bag in your refrigerator. You can do it overnight. You can do it for a few hours, but 2 hours seems to be the minimum.
Oh, itchy eyebrows.
After you're pasted rested, you're going to form up your crust. Now, this recipe is actually for 2 different pastes, so just cut it in half and use only one for one pie. Now, that includes the lid for your pie as well. You're going to take off a little bit, maybe a little less than a golf ball, save that for your lid. The rest of your crust you're going to form up over a bottle or anything that you have that will form a nice standing crust. The heat from your hands will warm the dough and that makes it more pliable. After it's formed, set it aside because you want that to cool back down so that you don't damage it while you stuff it. Cut off equal sections from your fat pork and your lean pork and stuff it.
Now, I'm pretty sure you can achieve this with like a muffin tin and like get like mini pork pies out of this. But this is still a really good way to like using a jar to get the shape of it. Another way I would say, or like another step I should say, is again temperature. Since temperature like does matter in pastry making, it really helps probably to like let it chill. Because if you're living in a very tropical environment, baked goods do not hold their shape well in like tropical room temperature environments. So the fridge and the freezer is pretty much our best friend when making sweets and other pastries in tropical environments. Let me tell y'all, if you like visit a tropical island, whether it's like somewhere in like Southeast Asia, or even Hawaii even, like see if y'all can find some local sweet shops, because I'm pretty sure they are very good at sweets for using like local fruits around and to incorporate them into like baked goods. They are goated, 100% goated. I recommend finding like a local bakery or pastry shop or something that is from a tropical place, because believe it or not, yeah, they're very goated breads and sweets.
Cut off equal sections from your fat pork and your lean pork, and go ahead and just chop all of that into very fine diced pieces. Once you get that, you're going to work it together until it becomes like a ground sausage.
Or for the sake of convenience sake, you could also put this through like a meat grinder, especially since that's how they also make sausage nowadays.
You want it to kind of stick together, and you want it to be a good mixture of fat and lean. After you have your forced meat combined, we're going to spice it. We're going to mix those spices in, and then we can bring the crust over and begin to put this together. We're going to lay in first some strips from the belly fat cut very thin, and then we're going to put in some of our forced meat, and then we're going to layer that twice. At the top, we're going to put in some butter, and then we're going to top it off with a little bit of claret. Now, the measurements for the recipe for this particular one are a lot larger than our little hand pies here, so you're just going to have to judge this by eye. You do not want to put a pint of claret into this pie.
No, definitely not.
It's finished. It's put together. You just want to make sure to crimp it really well around the top so nothing's leaking out.
What's that one Food Network chef like say like 2 shots of vodka, but then the amount of vodka she like pours out is like literally more than 2 actual shots? Like, well, okay, woman. How much does she even know that that's a meme at this point? That like the amount of vodka she poured into that container is like literally more than 2 accurate shots of vodka. Lady, like, how big of a shot do you take of alcohol? Does she like go ham often? Like, does she often like love to get hammered? Is that like why she like pours that much vodka that looks like more than 2 average shots of vodka? So yeah, it's reasonable to not pour a pint of red wine into it. And logically speaking, I believe a pint of red wine would not even hold in this shell either.
Put this in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes or so, hour and a half on 375. We just want to make sure that everything on the inside gets cooked as well as the crust on the outside. Would you look at that pie? It smells delicious. What's not to love? It's got bacon, it's got pork sausage, and it's got crust.
Now, I will say though, this is a type of food that's not meant for presentation. It's comfort food. It's old-time comfort food. This is a kind of thing where, unlike a beef Wellington, the presentation does not need to matter here. It's meant to be rustic. It's meant to be like an old-time vintage recipe, vintage food. So it's one of those cases where since anyone with as good of a food knowledge should know that this is a vintage recipe and that a rustic presentation will not have to matter here. So like even if you made like let's say a pork pie for the chopped judges or like a food competition judges, I'm pretty sure they won't exactly judge harshly on like such a presentation unless you like dress it up a bit with something on the side or a beautiful sauce or whatnot. But for at home, it's perfectly fine. I would say like it looks like a lot of the red wine has evaporated with the butter, which helps to add moisture. Yeah, I know. I said the M word that a lot of people hate, and it's not my name. Moisture. We say that a lot when making food and talking about food, y'all. But I'm pretty sure, like, if it's not to anyone's liking because of maybe there's not enough seasoning, it definitely helps to, like, make some kind of extra sauce to go with it.
What would really put this over the top is some mushroom ketchup, but I'm not going to use it because we need to taste what we've created here. I've made this crust before. I know that it's good, so let's give this a shot. I've got it kind of all torn up here, but here's a piece of everything. Man, I know that people go nuts over a flaky crust, but this is dense, it's kind of crunchy, it's soft on the inside, it's got all the textures, and it's wonderful. Now, depending on how you season this, they go lots of ways. This is not too salty, but you could get too salty, so be careful about that. I've got a little extra pepper in there, and that claret is just a little bit of sweetness that puts it over the top. This is perfect. This is so good. I'm going to make this at home tonight for my kids.
That's rather surprising considering that, factually speaking, white wine is the sweeter wine than red wine. Red wine is like a lot more tart. Yeah. Red wine is oftenly used for a lot of different cooking because it just pairs pretty well with a lot of different proteins and is really sauce worthy. But there's nothing wrong with using white wine either. I'm just rather surprised he said that there's a bit of sweetness when red wine is more tart. It's more it's more tart than sweet, if anything. If you want actual more sugar content, then you use white wine. Which, to be honest, I would do, considering that for the longest time, pork meat pairs pretty well with sugar. Yeah, pork meat pairs very well with, like, sweet elements.
As an American, especially a Midwesterner, I'm not familiar with this, and I wish that I was. I wish that I grew up with this. It's perfect. I mean, I know that you folks out there have probably, a lot of you have had this, and it's a staple maybe of your childhood. It's got all the textures there. There's some crunch. It's got that soft dough on the inside. It's got the textures from the bacon and from the sausage. This is perfect. This is so good, and I wish that Americans knew more about this food. That's what's interesting about searching through these cookbooks.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I absolutely feel you on that, dude. 100%. Now getting back to our own cozy adventure in Pally. I got 40k gold. Yo, we making bank. We making absolute bank. I need to go to town for a bit.
Let's get this red.
I literally need to go to town for a bit, though. Also, I need to craft, like, wait, no. I need to make some food. That's why I realized all this talk about food, and I'm literally in the kitchen. I should be in the kitchen. My requests are still up. I'm gonna make some tofu. I'm gonna head off for the night. Gotta wake up early to say bye to the cousins before they head to the... All right, no problem, Mailbox. Thank you so much for stopping on by, and thank you so much for being here as best as you could. Get your rest, and hopefully you'll have a wonderful day the next day. Let's go ahead and give you a quick shout out. Mailbox is always doing the art. Hey, it's Sucrose. Speaking of sugar. Yes, please. Won't you come and pour it down on me?
You heard it here first, folks. You're an artist. Be like water.
Have a good night, Mel.
Ugh. And we'll also go. Yeah, sure thing, Kibo. We gave Nico a shout out. We also should give one to you as well. There we go. I did this correctly, right? Yeah, I did this correctly.
Sad, violent.
That was Weeful Wumpany.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah, let's go.
Dang. Dude got in the spaceship.
Now you can play the sad violin.
Damn, Kibo's the only survivor.
Damn.
It was the only one who lived to tell the tale. Oh boy, oh boy. Anyway, here you go, Mailbox. As I go cook some food.
Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay.
We'll be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now.
I'm Asian. I should know how to cook some rice. Do the finger test. Frick. Oh, that was you that... Oh. Man, what an episode y'all had in that stream. Oh, wait, what happened here? Why am I not holding the rolling pin correctly? Help. I love tofu soup. It's like Korean comfort food. A lot of Asian soups do be hitting, actually, not gonna lie. There we go. Now we got some food we can enjoy. Let's see. Alright, now I can go make some, whatchamacallit, the furniture that I need. What was that I needed to make? Freaking... Was it Kilima, or was it Log Cabin? Or was it Mermaid, or was it... Wait, what was it called? Kilima Large Lantern. Wait, I can make a bed? Oh, that's a couch. Nice. I can't type. Yeah! I can't type. My sense of English. Oh, I forgot to sell the silver bars. Silly me. I realize I forgot to sell something. Let me wait for this to grow, and then hopefully we'll be able to sell some silver alongside some cotton. Clearly, I missed the market, so we'll try to get there on the whatchamacallit, next cycle before stream is over. Oh, there we go. My prized possession. Quality cotton.
Not.
Ah, I shrunk, honey, I shrunk the game. Never mind, we didn't. I guess that's an okay amount. Ooh, carrot seed, we could use that. 100%-o. Okay, now we gotta plant everything again. Wait, I forgot I grabbed the wrong amount of seeds. Why is this one, why is this specific plot, wait, hold on. Weird. Frick me. God damn it. Okay, here we go. I wouldn't consider myself to be like a cottagecore creator because I know like there's a lot of like nature-themed creators who are like, oh, we're cozy, we're cottagecore, but I'm pretty sure like 50% of seemingly innocent-looking creators are far from cozy. But I like to consider my space to be cozy enough. I think that should be enough for selling for now. We'll let these grow, and then we'll make our way to town. I need to make a purchase. Who knows? Maybe we'll run it. Maybe we'll run into silver. I also need to make a trip to the whatchamacallit. Wait, the underground market won't have anything to sell at this time, right? I doubt it. Unless they do. No, I don't think they do. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh, my back. Old man feelings. Alright, gonna check if we have silver again. No, your boy's gotta check. Your boy's gotta check. You never know. There's no way that's the real dash sheet. Know. You never really know if there is silver or not. But oftentimes I like to look in the most common rock spots that I can remember. This dude's harvesting regular rock. As far as my eye can see, not over here. Over here. If there's none, I'm just gonna go. If there's none, I'm gonna go straight to town. English. It's my first language, but even I still stumble on it. Wait, there's a treasure chest I need to grab. Hold up a second. I wonder if it's still there. Unless it changes position. Numerous times on the map. Hey, those two are walking to town together. Oh! Small silver. Is this it? Let me check. Let me make sure there's... Okay, yep, that's it. This is small silver at H6. Yo, Trusty Gus, thank you for the donations in game. Feels good to be an. Oh my goodness sakes. These role players are strong. Oh, wait. Is there a good place to find copper? Copper is all over the spots. Now I gotta make my way to town. I need to make a purchase. I'm gonna check the underground market real quick. And I think I'm gonna do a round of Elderwoods, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do a round of Elderwoods. Wait. Oh shoot, I have enough silver to make another bar. Sweet. Town Hall was where I needed to go because there's a specific purchase I needed to make. What's up, Kenyatta? Need to purchase a writ. And I'm gonna say hi to you real quick.
You read Crime Times? It's so gory. Yeah.
Oh, you need a blood beetle? Just so happens I have one. But her stuff, her meter is maxed already.
It was pretty nice talking.
Yeah, it's pretty nice talking to you too. Did I know Sari was banned? Like, on Twitter? SariBot was working, has been working just fine, dude.
Talking to me, I'll give you a bad rep.
Bro, you need heat root? I need heat root more than you. I literally need heat root more than you. Oh, I need the celebration cake. I'll save it for later.
Need a break from my charming smile? It's been a cycle, pal. Go out and cause some havoc.
It do happen like that sometimes. I mean, that also happened. SariBot was literally not working during the time we got raided, and it was on like sub-only chat. Sub-only for whatever reason before you came in, Kiba, and I was not completely aware of it. It was a terrible time for SariBot to be down because I don't think I've ever run into that streamer again. I'm pretty sure she's doing well for herself. I just feel bad. I just feel bad that that was her first impression of us, and to this day I just feel bad that was literally her first impression of us, just that we got that happened to her and her community. Of course, she didn't deserve that, and because usually SariBot would be working just fine. Wait, what the heck? I have not seen this room before. Is there something we can discover here? Let's look, y'all. There might be a secret. Maybe we come back into this office for a quest. I literally have not been here. Huh. Crystal Lake? Wait, what? Is this the sewers? Huh. Neat. Oh, let's go up to the farming field. Man, the rain outside. Y'all can probably hear it kind of leaking through my microphone a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't pour into my room, that's for sure. I hope. There's a chest over here. Oh yeah, it was a chest over here. It's still here. What the heck? How did I miss this one? Oh, thank you for the smoke bombs. I need that. Anything else around here? Let's go back home. I need to, you know what? I'm gonna run back home because I feel like it's more warranted to use the return home button and Elderwoods than it is to use the button on this map. Nothing else important around here, right? I don't think so. Ooh, starred heat spices. I'll take that. Goodness sakes. I can literally hear it pitter-pattering in my ears. just gonna check for any more pieces of silver before I head back home. Because again, you never know. Oh, speak of the devil. Yeah. Any more? As far as my eyes could see. Ooh, Star Ginger. Okay. Even though I didn't stream for a long time today, I did feel like I used a big burst of energy in like the just chatting portion. I try my best to be mindful of my hours, especially with all the time I need to take to work on off-stream content and well, everything else related to it. Okay, do we have enough silvers to make, we only have enough, we only have enough to make one iron bar. Iron bar. Silver bar, I mean. 6 minutes. Oh, it's like right at the cusp. Holy crap. There's stacking issues recently. I don't know why. That's so weird. Alright. We're also gonna use the Ritz, the lat. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, frick me. Whew! There we go.
That was easy.
Now our house is fully expanded. Now I should be able to purchase the new pieces of land that I can own. It's gonna take a few minutes. Let me take a few minutes to use the bathroom again. Be right back, y'all.
Sticking out your chat for the raiders. You're so OP, you're so popular. I just wanna be your pog champ. Fungi, come here, hearts in my spores. Just you and me, in harmony. We can all believe in Milt's fantasy.
Oh, I made it back just in time. Oh, yo, Sage, thank you so much for the raid, dude. Yo, that's wild. I got a raid when I was in the bathroom. Yo, welcome on in, raiders. I just got back. Thank you so much for raiding me. And, yep, that was my new raid alert. And this is my new VTuber model. Welcome on in, Sage. We're just wrapping up stream within the next 10 or so minutes. Hope your stream was well. Did you give a shout out, Kiba? Or like, are you able to? I mean, my silver is still getting made. You could give like the clip shout out. But yes, welcome on in. My name is Miltendo. I am a self-defense chef, a mushroom chef VTuber. Let's let the clip play out and see what we got from Sage.
Hello.
Fuck off.
Oh, get him! Get him! I am a self-defense mushroom chef VTuber who enjoys action games, cozy games, party games, survival games, and some RPG games. And what we're playing right now is some Palia because we are just I'm just wrapping up stream. I'm just vibing on Palia. Hope your stream was pretty good, Sage. You were doing some Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Oh, right before the Nintendo Switch 2 releases. I bet you're really excited for the Switch 2, my dude. But yeah, and also just to give you all a treat for anybody who does not recognize my new form, let me show y'all something special on the house from me, Mr. Miltendo himself. We will be right back.
Here's Melty.
ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
We've come a long way since my, we've come a long way, y'all. For anybody who came in from the Sage's raid. Welcome on in once again. So yeah, I had humble beginnings, but then as part of my rebrand into this form, I have decided to abandon my Nintendo mold and focus on having and voicing a character that's more in line with my personal interests, and I want that to reflect my own appearance as well. So it was pretty cute at first, starting out as a Nintendo me, but over time, I needed this rebrand to solidify myself more so than, like, you know, being an offshoot of, you know, the more rich, the more solidified company that is Nintendo. So yeah, that's what's up. Anyways, hope you've been pretty good, Sage. I also did mention you in my VTuber model debut as an integral character to the integral character to my lore, and can't wait to move forward some more with the lore project because exciting stuff for it. I wanted it to be like a crowd-funded project that will have really solid animations and really amazing voice acting. And of course, I'll be in the director's chair for that and part of that. Yep. Okay, I guess we'll make some more canned canned beans, I guess. So for anybody who doesn't know what Palia is, it's a cozy multiplayer online game that is currently out on every console, and it doesn't perform the best on Nintendo Switch, I will say from experience, but I'm presuming with the Nintendo Switch 2 we'll have a very, very, very solid performance. And right now we are just doing some last-minute housekeeping, last-minute stuff that I need to spend my money on, save money on, before the next time I play this game, hopefully this week, we will be doing some main questing. I spent the first part of my stream doing a lot of talking, a lot of yapping, and so right now we're just winding down on a little bit about Palia, like non-important stuff in Palia, that's for sure. So yeah. Hope everybody has had a wonderful time on Sage's stream, and once again, thank you to both Sage and Nico Nerva for the raids today. Yeah. I appreciate you both, homies. I appreciate you both. Okay, I think I've said enough regarding my... Because I honestly cannot, like, say enough to express my gratitude and appreciation to a lot of a lot of people's supports nowadays. I literally never have it enough in my vocabulary to express my thanks. It means a lot. It does mean a lot. What was I looking for again? Do I even have a blood beetle? Is this the blood beetle? That is a blood beetle. Holy crap. I have a gift that I need to give to our girly. Yeah, it must be like really interesting to go from a very high adrenaline game to me vibing on something more relaxing. What a ooh. Oh. There we go. What's gonna work? Teamwork. What's gonna work? Teamwork. I did say it during my debut that one of my the things I like is nostalgic stuff, so. Alright, so we're about to go into town. I gotta make a few purchases. Oh. What the? Someone used a magic arrow on a regular beaver. Normally people don't use magic arrows here. Rather, dispel arrows is what I meant to say. Steve the... Title. Steve the Title. Whatever his title is supposed to be. Huh? Wait, I gotta send a picture. Kiba, I have become the... I don't know, is this a trash box or a mailbox? I have become one with it. There. Send it and ship it, literally. We have found our brand new hiding space. I don't know, does this make me look conspicuous? Clip it, send it, and ship it. Yep, I've become one with it. It'd be like that sometimes. If we have like Palia prop hunt, this is what we could do. Yo, they probably need to make that as a mini game for people's houses, like being able to play prop hunt, or like have an event where people can play prop hunt. I think this game could be really fun with prop hunt. Oh my goodness sakes. Oh my goodness sakes. That's hilarious. I literally don't know if this is a mailbox or if this is a trash box. Either way, so I have become one with it. I'm pretty sure Kiba's making a clip of it at the moment. Anywho. Alright, let's check the black market real quick. Do we got any toilets we could buy? Thank you, Kiba. At least we got some kind of moment out of this short session of Palia today. In the next several minutes, I'm going to be playing this game. Clearly, there's not enough time for me to mass catch a lot of frogs, so let's check if we got any luck with the furniture RNG. Oh! It's a fridge! I'm buying it. What's this? Round floor vent? I'm buying it. Divider? Nah. Okay, we got something out of the black market. Let's see what else we have here. Yo, it's a mossy mug. Mug. Mossy rug. Nah. Towel? That's alright. Well, this one. Small rug? Eh. Okay, at least we got something. We got a freaking fridge. We got a fridge that we could put as part of the kitchen. That's great. Now we need to check if we can open it or not. Oh wait, but I need to use the rest of my gold for one more thing in town before we teleport back home. One more thing. We're almost done with stream too, since I'm about to end pretty soon. Well, I'm pretty sure there's like fungi who are alive at this time, right? Or are all the fungi done? Oh, is it just me left? Or is there like one... Oh, I could check Twitter. Sometimes they post when they go live. Anyways, we did get one pretty good collectible from the night market, at least once on stream. So let's go and check out the other thing I need to purchase. Oh, actually, I have the furniture that we needed.
Better be important.
Ooh, smoked oysters based. Of course you're looking for your delinquent daughter. Stable boy again. Oh, here's the decorations. Thank you. Yay! I've completed her level 4 friendship quest. Yippers.
Yeah! Leave me to my duties.
Okay, we got that out of the way. How's our friendship with Kenyatta at the moment? I feel like we can just riz her 100%, right? Yeah. I also have her beetle. Is she in town? Wait. Dude. Where's the stable? Where's the stable? Where's the stable? Girl? I got the beetle you're looking for. Oh, you were talking to your dad earlier. Okay.
Thank the dragon you're here.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Which means, of course, you'll love it.
It was pretty nice.
I still can't decide who I want to be my shep. I'm so indecisive with that. Like, absolutely indecisive. Oh, now I don't need to hold on to those furniture anymore, but... One last thing I need to check is upstairs we have... This one? Yeah, this one. Alright, so we have yard work, large terrace, medium terrace, and a small terrace. What I want to check is how large these terraces are and what kind of effect they have on our home. I don't think we need the rest of these, but I'm going to get these terraces. 1, 2, and 3. Well, we got like 18,500 gold left. It's going to be useful for something, so I'll save it. Whew. Oh, I gotta heat up some food soon. I need my food. Let me heat up some leftover curry and some pot stickers. Although, I kind of agree. You can kind of get sick of eating curry after, like, a while. It's very strong flavored. You don't want to have, like, strong flavored stuff all the time. Alright, let's see what these things do. Terraces, right? Trying to see where, Oh my. Huh. Interesting. You can't walk on top of this, but wait. Maybe I can make something work. Can I put a terrace around here? Because I want to connect these two together. All right, let's figure things out. I didn't even realize this, it counts as a furniture. No, I can't. Well, that's a bummer. I need to figure this out. Damn it. Well, I think that's something I'm gonna have to ask the Paleo Discord server to help me figure out. What we're gonna try to do off stream is figure out how to connect this flippin' bridge. Connect these two parts together with a legitimate bridge. This is exactly the structure I need to make, but I'm having trouble connecting them, so that's what I'm gonna consult the Paleo Discord server for, or experiment on my own off stream. So next time we play this game, we're gonna actually do a main quest, which I believe, or two. Look to the sky with Zeki and extravagant expectations with the cranky woman we just handed the furniture to. And also, once again, thank you to Trudy Gus for the item donations. I just need to get some oil, which oil is also what I need to heat up some food that I'm going to eat off stream, or like post stream for my after stream care. All right, let me also go ahead and put some stuff away. Oh yeah, let me put the fridge somewhere and see if we can open it. Logically, we should have had this in the first place. We can open this. Wait, are you kidding me? Are you saying we can't open a fridge? I paid this much gold to get a fridge you can't open?
Bruh.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Well, in any case. Damn, my chair looks super huge here. Well, once again, that'll be it for this stream. We spent a good, decent 3 hours and 30 minutes for this time around. Did a lot of chatting, went over a lot of catching up with video editing. And once again, thank you to Nico Nerva and Botanic Sage for the double raids today. And thank you to Kiba the Barbarian for the favorite food video redeem. And everybody else who spent some channel points for me today too. So I posted my game plan up on social media. We're expecting to play Bitcraft Online this week. That demo is going to be available until June 16th for anybody who's interested. And after June 16th, it will be in early access. We'll do some weekly gacha gaming that I probably need to do before things expire going into next week. Possibly be able to do some return to some fan art as soon as I get new batteries for my pen. And I'm going to try to, after I finish this piece from my fan art, I'm going to try to use a different program to do some sketching on. As far as this coming weekend goes or anything else coming up, I'm going to try to produce at least one episode of my new video short series for YouTube and TikTok. I still have yet to decide what the name of it's going to be, though. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's been pretty chill. It's been pretty swell. It's a pretty good start to the week, I would say. And I don't exactly know when I'm going to be streaming next. I would recommend y'all keep in touch with me about that on my socials or Discord server. And oh, and if I haven't said my new greeting yet to all of y'all who rated, Hirashirumase! Hajimemashite! Boku no namae wa Miltendo desu. I almost forgot about that. I almost forgot that's in my script. Oh, hopefully my microphone didn't peak with that, but I'm gonna literally... But and for anybody who's returning, I still need to think of a greeting for that, but I have 2 words for anybody who's new. Or coming in on the raid. Alright, y'all. Perfect. Now that we got an ad going and I can end properly. I don't know why I'm, we're gonna go ahead and cut things off for the YouTube recording. So, to anybody who's watching the archive of this, or anybody who was previously lurking on the stream, Mr. Miltendo, thanks you for your patronage. Thank y'all for stopping by his establishment. And as always, make sure y'all have a funktastic time zone and bring all the good vibes and morels with y'all wherever y'all go. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay secure, stay protected, stay healthy, stay mindful as best as possible, especially since we are now in Men's Mental Health Awareness Month alongside Pride Month. And also make sure you're hungry and hopeful for the rest of 2025, for the successful launch of the Nintendo Switch 2, for our next adventures together, and for hopefully one day the end of COVID, depression, world hunger, inflation, joblessness, homelessness, and everything else that will ruin your health, whether it's financial health, mental health, or physical health. Whew. Mr. Miltendo has finished saying a mouthful. He will see y'all next time.